What are you laughing at cracks?
Yeah.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it?
It's inexcusable.
Yeah, it's like Van Dijk could come into my house and on my carpet, and I would be like, do you know what, that's good. I don't know what.
Go on, Andy. I've come prepared.
Oh.
Crack on. How long is this going to take?
Where was I? You ignorant bastard.
Oh. Hello guys and welcome to Dream Team Coach. Welcome to all of you except Leonardo Bonucci. Anyway, there's some huge topics to talk about this week. What was that, Sean?
Naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty boy. Some huge topics this week. We're going to get right in the mix.
Hang on, sorry. Sean's got an Arsenal top on. Straight after a 2-0 win against Newcastle.
Oh,
He
convenient.
didn't have one on last week, did he?
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
1 week absence without an Arsenal jersey.
Well, yeah, look at you. You're back on the bandwagon after a brilliant performance against Newcastle.
Yeah, it was.
You
and we're
wind me
both
up, you
Spurs.
do.
It's a good
Arsenal
week,
fan.
you know.
And who got man of the match?
Mesut Ozil. What a guy. That bouncing his way to man of the match.
Yeah.
Boom.
He turns up for the big ones, doesn't he?
Right. As always, there'll be a forfeit at the end of this week's show, and that's all based on the last week's score on Dream Team Weekender. So, you feeling nervous, lads?
I specifically had Rashford in my team who did score, and I remember you saying that specifically will piss you off if that happens.
Do you know what?
So
I
win or
forgot
lose-
about that, and you've reminded me. And
Yeah.
it's actually wound me up again. He had like a 50% chance of playing as well, which is that's why. But you didn't understand. You'd forgotten that he was injured and went straight in with him. That's what annoys me.
Yeah, my ignorance has paid off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as a reminder, if you haven't already signed up to Dream Team Weekender, do it right now. It's free to play, and there's £5,000 to be won. So let's start with Big and Andy's team up. Man United were awful on Tuesday. Right, that's 3 defeats in the last 4. Was it a mistake to give Ollie the job?
You wouldn't, if you were doing a stand-up gig and you told 3 bad jokes and 1 landed, they wouldn't give you another show.
What, have you
would
been
they?
to one? You've been to one of his gigs?
Do you mean the last gig?
My theory is that they were forced into doing it because they brought him in. They thought we'll just give it him for 6 months. They weren't expecting much of him. He's done amazingly well. But we all know deep down that he's not capable of doing this job.
I've seen that United are playing Cardiff soon, and it might be, if the timing falls out, they'll be able to relegate Cardiff. So it'd be nice if Solskjaer relegates them twice, wouldn't it?
Oh,
That's
imagine.
nice. This initial period has papered over a lot of cracks, and once it's. What are you laughing at cracks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once this period's over, then I think United fans will turn on him like they've turned on all the other managers after 30.
Plastic bastards.
What the Wolves' performance though was decent. Though,
Yeah, whatever.
let's be honest.
Whatever, mate. Right.
No, come on, we're not moving on. We're not moving. This is a classic. This is classic media that it's all about how bad United were and not how good Wolves were.
Against 10 men.
I don't know what.
Go on, Andy. I've come prepared.
Oh.
Crack on. How long is this going to take?
I'll just turn my mic off.
Yeah, go on.
Andy. Go on, Andy, you talk.
Where was I? You ignorant bastard.
Dendonka.
The absolute liberties. So
You're not talking about how bad Trashley Young was getting sent off.
Oh, nice.
I've completely lost my head now.
Bananas done it.
Bananas absolutely killed me.
So Anfield last Sunday, Liverpool got a late win after yet another Hugo Lloris up. Do Tottenham need to buy another keeper for next summer?
No, I think he's doing a fine
Yeah.
job.
Of course you'd say
I'm
that.
quite happy with him, yeah.
I'd say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So yeah, go and spend 50 million on a new keeper, and they'll finish 4th again.
Yeah.
Like, does it matter? No. Well, sorry, they won't even finish 4th.
Well,
They'll finish 5th.
Liverpool finished fourth last year, and they bought Alisson, and he's made them a title contender.
We're thinking of this question means like, if we bring in a new keeper, are they going to be challenging for the title? And no, they're not.
If Liverpool kept Karius, didn't sign Alisson, would they be challenging for the league right now?
No, but I don't think Karius and Lloris is a fair comparison.
I'm just saying, Lloris has cost his team a lot of points, and to be fair to him, he's making that up on his driving licence. But that's irrelevant at this stage. He's made so many errors. He's made
Yeah, but
loads
we're
of
forgetting
mistakes.
about that he does make some good saves as well. He's
Been
got a
that
World
bad,
Cup
though. He's
under
not
his
been
belt.
Karius bad.
He didn't contribute to that World Cup win at all. In fact, he dropped one of the biggest
He was
howlers
a
in the World
captain.
Cup final
He was a
ever.
captain, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he spent half the time lounging back, watching Varane and Umtiti. Well, you know, we talk about the Lloris era, but what about Sissoko's 1-on-1? And so much has been made of Van Dijk's incredible defending. Yeah, he did the right thing, but incredible defending would be if he blocked off the pass and then made a block. Sissoko still had a 1-on-1, professional footballer 1-on-1. Yes, it's his weaker foot, and he kicked it out of the stadium. Fair play, I think Van Dijk probably is best centre-back in the world at the moment. He should win Player of the Year. But when you get that good, people treat you differently, and that was a prime example.
Yeah, so Van Dijk could come into my house and on my carpet, and I'd be like, do you know what, that's good.
Like different class.
Great.
Lovren could never.
That's changed Liverpool's season. Right there. He's been instrumental.
Art. I was at the game Sunday, behind the shot.
Did you hurt your neck when you watched it go?
A Tottenham fan behind me put his head in his hands for no word of a lie. A 90-minute game, right, for 10 minutes. Just like that. And then sprung into life, beating the out of a chair, going, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Like, so with regards to Lloris's up, what's the biggest mistake you've made at work?
My mistake involves John Terry at work.
Whoa!
Wow, there's a few people make that.
So I worked at a popular coffee shop near the Chelsea training ground. So all the lads would come in. Tal Ben-Aim would come in.
Oh, Tal Ben-Aim.
Ashley
Big
Cole,
hairs.
and all that. But yeah, John Terry comes in. Him and his missus love green tea, right, from Starbucks. They love it. Can't get enough of it.
Nice.
Fancy tea.
It's probably like papering over some other issues, but they really love it. So they came in and was like, I really love your green tea. Like, can I buy a box of it? And bearing in mind, this box of like 50 bags cost Starbucks like £2 probably. I was like, oh yeah, but we can't just sell you that. So I like effectively charged him as if he bought like a big round of green teas, like 50 of them. So it was like £100 for like this thing. So I was just like,
No.
yeah, it's £100. And he like thought about it for a bit and went, yeah, all right. And I paid you like £250 notes for like 50 bags of green tea. I was like, you got more money than sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chelsea were left off the hook at Cardiff after another massive mistake by officials. Obviously, we're there to take the piss.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to go watch the rest of that sketch right now. Was that the biggest official error of the season?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, when you see just how far offside he is, even for someone like me, who is,
Who's still getting to grips with the offside rule.
yeah, this whole football thing,
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that was offside.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider that could potentially put Cardiff down as well, Well, we'll
And
certainly
wouldn't that
contribute.
be a shame?
I mean, the fact they've been for 32 games is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's just that mistake they set down, though.
That's there though as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
What do you think he looked like? I thought he looked like maybe like a bouncer that looks at like when you're approaching a club and your mate's like falling over a bit and he's giving you that look like you ain't getting in here.
Yeah.
You ain't getting in
Yeah,
here.
I thought he looked like a disappointed mother, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hands on hips, just like you've let me
Seen
down
that
again.
before, haven't you? Alfredo Morelos received his 5th red card of the season in the Old Firm derby the last weekend. 5 red cards. And if you were Steven Gerrard, how would you deal with him?
Tandem bike ride around Glasgow with Scott Brown.
That's a grand idea. And Scott Brown's at the front.
Yeah. Is there
No.
Yeah.
Scott Brown's at the back and he's not pedalling.
Yes.
And also from there, he can do what he always does and has ranges on strings, just picking them away.
Very nice.
I love Scott Brown, and I love that he rustles ranges so badly. Like, he got what? He got Morelos sent off, he got Halliday sent off after the final whistle, and now Kent has been banned retrospectively for punching him in the face in the centre circle.
He had a good game, didn't
Imagine
he?
getting
Yeah, he's done well.
I think it's a combined 7-game ban of
Yeah.
like, all those players.
You need a bastard. There's not enough bastards in football, is there?
That's true, yeah, exactly. That's why people need to appreciate Sergio Ramos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause His box office and Scott Brown. I'm going to start calling Scott Brown the Dunfermline Ramos thing.
What should Gerrard do, though? Like,
Well, if you really want to punish him, I suppose contract extension.
yeah,
Gerrard was sent off 6 times in his whole Prem career, so if Morelos gets one more,
he's done
Yeah.
that.
he's equalled it in one season.
So on Monday, we asked our panel to create a football meme. We then post said meme on the Dream Team Insta account. The meme with the most likes is the winner. Let's have a look. Sean, you're up first. Please talk us
Yes.
through your meme.
Well, it's fairly self-explanatory, but it was a bit more topical this week. I was happy
Yeah.
with that. I think the topicality is better than the meme itself, so I was hoping that would go
classic.
in my favour. Yeah,
It's a
I've seen
classic.
it before.
Classic's one word, stale is another.
Oh! Second up, Nick Elliott.
There we go. Fairly self-explanatory.
Yep.
You know, Sarri's supposed to be leading Chelsea towards bigger and better things, and he's let them drop into Europa League next season.
Original meme.
Where do you get your memes? I must know.
Don't
Don't tell him. Do
Don't
not
you
tell him.
worry. I've got a dealer.
Andy, you're up next. Talk us through your meme.
Well, look, we like as we've mentioned in the show, Warnock was a big factor at the weekend, and I just noticed there was a lot of expressions that he was using throughout the match. So I just thought, what now more than ever, it's probably the last time I'll ever get to make a week told by Neil Warnock.
I can tell you that the meme master of this week in first place is Mr. Nick Elliott. Again, he's done it again.
It's getting a bit boring, isn't it, lads?
It is a bit of a dead section now, isn't it? It's just like we look at the memes, Nick wins.
So if you're someone that's just a few points behind that annoying mate in your mini league, we can help. The Dream Team coach has your top tip for the week. Nick, over to you.
I love Nick's tip.
Just the tip with Nick Elliott.
Done me over.
Just a tip, mate. Just a tip.
Feed me in
struggling
again.
to get his
Feed me in
tip out.
again. The tip's done me over. Sergio Aguero and Raheem Sterling have been excellent, but for me, Bernardo Silva has been Man City's player of the year. After a goal, assist, and a star man at the weekend, he's zoomed up the ratings. And at 3.9 million, he's dirt cheap. Cheaper than Dejan Lovren, Zappa Costa, and Josh King. That's got to be worth putting in, right? Affordable. He's also one of Pep Guardiola's favourites. He's played more games than any other outfielder in the league this season for City. So with City still going for the quadruple, he's got a lot more games to play. Goals, assists, high ratings, he's got it all. 3.9 million. He'd be stupid not to.
Thanks for those top tips, Nick. Incredibly, Mo Salah's been in contact. He's a huge fan of the show, apparently. He's commented last week saying, get rid of the smart ass and bring it in Tej. Keep Andy, he's a legend. He supports Wolves, though. No one's perfect. Firstly, is that Tej's burner account? Secondly, who do you think he means by smart ass?
Can't believe they've said to
be-
get. I
me.
can't believe they
Right
said to
in
get
Sean
rid of
now.
you.
It must be Sean, right?
No, I'm pretty sharp with the old football info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's got to be
It's
one
all
of you
right,
two.
mate. It's all right.
You
got to be one of you
wouldn't-
two, isn't it?
Yeah, you once
No,
watched
honest-
Arsenal on TV.
I
mean,
know,
you it
like
all.
I've seen them and like I know like who they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Zayn Ahmed writes, Andy, if you sing the Bob the Builder song, I'll do a forfeit of your request. Do you know the song?
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can.
He knows it well.
Right.
Not bad.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? No.
Right. Make sure to please keep your comments coming in. We actually love reading your comments, so make sure to comment below right now. Okay, let's look forward to the weekend's fixtures by looking at your weekend of teams, lads. Andy, your team is up first.
So first thing to note, I've stayed well away from the...
Bloody hell. That's all
I've
City.
I've stayed well away from the Wolves-Watford game, because as much as I'm a Wolves fan, I'm not an idiot. Watford are a very good side, so that is going to be a very tight game. Do you know what? It's just City. It's a really easy tie for them, and I just fancy them in big games.
Sean Burke, your team is up next. Talk us through your weekend of team.
Well, I went pretty big on Man City as well.
Yeah.
But I stopped at 4 because I thought, oh, let's not go mad here. But
Yeah.
turns out I wasn't even the furthest to go. So I put Schmeichel and Vardy in as well because they're playing Huddersfield. Like Andy as well, I figured I'd dip my toes in that fixture.
Yeah.
And Bernardo Silva, just like we were talking about earlier, it's just served me so well throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And
Like that.
yeah, and against Fulham, who they play? Against whoever they played, he played very well.
Will you be dipping your toes into the Leicester Huddersfield fixture?
I'm-
Let's find out.
You'll see that I've more than dipped my
Oh,
toes.
You've dived head
I've,
first.
I've belly flopped into it. I've actually gone into it. Yeah, I've gone I'm going for a clean sheet, basically. Yeah, Chilwell, Pereira. I like to get forward. I mean, Pereira's played quite a few games as like a midfielder as well this season, so backing them there.
Good
and
player.
I've gone for Maddison as well. Again, sort of rejuvenated since Rodgers came back.
And now for this week's Punch Play Party. Yes, it's back. We are going for 3 former England legends now managing in the lower leagues. Very Spursy suggested Gerrard, Lampard and Sol Campbell. What you saying, boys?
I just love that managing in the lower leagues includes Scotland.
Ooh.
We're definitely going to keep that. I like that. Yeah.
If
I'm
you
going
fancy
to
it.
punch Lampard, and I'm going to do it hard,
Really?
multiple times, because he disrespected Bielsa's name earlier this season, and he absolutely
Spying on him.
threw his toys out the pram because a bloke was standing on a footpath near where he was watching Richard Keogh smash it out the training ground. Oh yeah, that's the reason we beat you home and away. All right, mate. So a big punch there. I'll play with Stevie G because I want to party, controversially perhaps, with Sol Campbell, only because his social media is really quite something. I don't know if you follow him, but he's an odd bloke. But I kind of want to
He
see
is
it
an
up
odd
close
bloke.
and
He
see
is
like
an
what
odd
he's
bloke.
like.
Yeah, this one was a kind of a. So I decided to play with Sol Campbell because, you know,
Oh, that's a bit weird.
and
Isn't it?
what a surprise, you know,
Yeah.
former Arsenal player, makes sense. But I decided to party with Frank because I figured, you know, I'd bring the family along, probably bring along Harry Redknapp, you know, Jamie as well, I guess, if he wants to come along. Good crowd. And then punch Gerrard. Now, I did like him as a player, but I decided to punch because he's managing Rangers, and I'd have to have my Celtic affiliations.
Oh, of
close to
course.
card.
I would punch Sol Campbell just because he had the audacity to think that he could manage at the higher level just because he's a decent footballer. So Gerrard I'd party with. I saw a clip of him in Dubai, do you remember, where he was giving it the old Colo,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, and I just think if that's made public social media, then dread to think what other videos are out there with Gerrard. Lamps, I play with him. I think, do you know, he's kind of got that thing where he's known for the late run in. It's almost like the Lampard run.
Yeah.
Just wanting to show me what that actually involves, because it's
Bit not quite keeping up with play, and then suddenly.
yeah. It's just how are you doing that? It's just a little. The timing, I want to know.
Make sure to comment below with your player suggestions. Okay, so now it is time for this week's forfeit. We are going to reveal how you boys did in last week's Weekender. Remember, whoever got the fewest points will have to do the forfeit right here in the studio. Andy Taylor, your team got 31 points. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Mane's let you down. I thought Mane had done better than that.
Absolutely nothing from midfield. I mean, Hazard starting on a bench, not great. But I think you boys all had Hazard as well.
Yeah.
Might not be enough to win it. Nick, you're up next. Your team got 28 points.
Oh, no.
Andy's very happy with that. He's had to do the last... You've had to do quite a few
Giving
forfeits,
it one of the
haven't you?
Knicks. Giving it the Knicks celebration.
Going for Kepa over Edison's cost me there.
Oh, yeah.
Aspilicueta notching though.
Literally.
I mean, that should have been cancelled out as well.
So, Sean, you need to get 29 points, right?
How are you feeling?
To
Do
avoid...
you reckon that's doable?
I think it's doable.
Okay,
Yeah.
So Sean, I can tell you this week...
37!
37
Yes!
points!
Oh, that's double whammy.
He's-
Lost to me.
Yeah,
37, that's a good haul, that is,
that's
mate.
pretty-
great.
Nice. I'm happy with that.
Devastating.
Ignorance is bliss.
Nick, you know I said I'd be wound up by the Rashford shout. It's that Rashford shout that's cost
I'm
you.
even more wound up by it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have still, Rashford or not, Sean still would have been
Oh, I
there.
went with Kepa as well. I forgot, yeah.
Oh. Right, so it's probably time. I tell you what this week's forfeit is. Producer Dan's just brought these into the studio. These are tweezers. And I know you all shave your pubes regularly, so we're actually going to have to take some from your eyebrows, apparently.
My
This is-
eyebrows?
yeah.
No, go on, you do it.
Oh, I don't want to get too many. Right. No, I haven't got any. Right, ready?
Oh, visible
Did you hear
wins.
that?
Yeah.
Is that just one?
No, there's a few there.
That's
Oh, he
one. That's a
grabbed-
one attempt though.
What does it look like? Does it?
You need it like Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, you need
Try and
it.
go for the whole
If you
thing.
got a gun tattoo, I literally wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and Raheem Sterling.
Just one- The viewing public want to see more than just one, don't
Does
they?
it look like a slit?
No, not yet. I think you might as well do a slit.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
I think I've got your skin. Hang on.
Yeah. Don't rip that off.
Got more of it.
Oh dear. You are starting to look like Raheem.
I don't know. That's a lot there.
That's-
Oh, I heard it. It just sounds like ripping.
I don't know how girls do that. They do that for fun.
Yeah.
Some blokes do
They
it
do
as
that
well.
out of choice. Oh, it does.
That sort of bloke would do that.
Does it look? Do I look hard?
there's-
If you came across me like in a dark alley, would you feel intimidated?
yeah, I keep
It
the
does
hair.
look like slightly
you've got a
lighter,
tiny
doesn't it?
back.
You can see it. Well done, Nick, for taking
Well-
that. That's good.
That's good. Thanks very much, Mishi Bashroy.
Yeah. That's the end of this week's show. Make sure to keep commenting. We want to hear your questions that you want our panel to answer and what you want to know about Weekender. And don't forget to add your forfeit suggestions too. And if you haven't already signed up for Dream Team Weekender, make sure to do it now. £5,000 is up for grabs. Okay, thank you for watching. We'll see you later.